What's up, guys? It's a new year. We got a new track layout and we're doing it big because I got about 15 cans of this line paint and we're gonna make this thing look incredible before I show it to you. The track looks incredible. I'm kind of sweating from walking around this thing about 10 times, but we're gonna throw down my Techno ET410 with a brand new body on it. And I think this truck might be the fastest stadium truck in the world. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can see another video about this guy. But for now, we're gonna throw this thing down and check out the new layout. Layout's really flowing well. I like all the changes we did. The long sweeping right-hander that tightens up into the crossover jump is really, really fun. It's cool to see the cars kind of go over and under at the same time. I want to show you all the work that went into it, but before we get to that, I think we should throw a couple more cars down and do a little racing on this thing.
Go!
With the crossover jump so early in the layout, it's really important everyone gets through there nice and clean so then we can get settled in and have a nice little battle. There's a lot of good spots to pass on the track, and I think the really cool thing about this layout is I put that joker lane in, so if we actually do some real racing, whether it be 10 laps or 6 minutes, whatever we want to do, the ability to take that joker lap and get yourself either out of traffic or out from behind somebody so you got some clear space ahead of you is a really cool little strategy. Something a little bit different. I've seen it integrated into some RC tracks, but it's predominantly a rallycross thing, so that's pretty cool for me. We kept on running till it got pretty foggy. Basically by the end of the night we couldn't even see the trucks down in the bottom corner there, but we had an absolute blast on the track. I am stoked on this layout. Now make sure you stick around because I got a couple more cool toys to show you by the end of this video. All right, we absolutely tore up the track, had a blast down here. We ran pretty much till we couldn't see anymore. We also threw some short course trucks on the track. I just traded a buggy I had that I wasn't really using for a Techno SET 410.3, and that's been one of my favorite vehicles of all time, so I'm glad to have it back. And it's really fun on the track because it's great to go wheel to wheel. You don't catch tires and roll each other over, so that's really fun. I'm going to share a video with you of me painting a body from start to finish and all the steps that go into that, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But for now, I want to take a step back and show you all the work that went into building this new layout. I've had a couple of people on both social media and subscribers ask about a layout change and what amount of work and time and effort it goes into building one of these tracks. So I really want to go back and show you all that goes into this. Now, of course, it was raking and shoveling and moving material around, but I really had an idea of what I wanted for a layout, so I started moving material to make this big, long, sweeping right-hander we're standing in right now that led you to the crossover jump. I changed one of the jumps and the corner following right in the middle, made the double single much more available for a triple line if you get a good run at it, and then the corner after the 180 made that a real off camber with a big banked section on the inside up against the tree, so finding the inside line there was pretty tricky. And then really just raking and shoveling and moving stuff to create the two 180s down on the far right side of the track. Because we expanded it a little bit, we had to get rid of some trees, so we did some work cutting trees down as well. That made more of a mess than anything, but we also moved some lights around, make sure we could see this new corner, new section of the track, and that turned out really awesome as well. So everything's flowing and looking really awesome, and I'm really proud of how it all came together. So a little bit of insight into the work and what goes on into doing all this stuff. And you know, this is really kind of my workout, and I personally enjoy it, and definitely at the end of the day enjoy seeing the finished product. So we've had a lot of fun with it, and looking forward to running some new cars. And I got a little surprise for you because I picked up a timing system over Christmas, a little personal transponder system that we're gonna plug and play. Like I told you earlier in this video, I think my 10 scale 4-wheel drive truck is one of the fastest stadium trucks in the world. So I want to put that thing head to head up against my 8 scale buggy. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, of course like this video, and you'll be able to see that here coming up really soon. So I came out early this morning and did a little bit of track maintenance because I got a couple more things that I want to show you. First is this little guy, the LC Racing 14th scale truggy. This thing's an absolute blast. I ran a couple packs with it so far, but I got the track cleaned up, got some rocks out, smoothed it out a little bit, so this thing will run really nice. It looks awesome over the crossover jump. So I'm going to show you that shortly. If you can see right here, I got a little hole cut in the body, and that's actually a personal transponder, because this guy is the Lap Monitor Personal Transponder system. And this is really cool. If you have your own track, or if you're a racer, you can take this guy with you to a practice session and really get some real feedback on how good you're driving and how consistent you're driving by using a personal transponder system. So I'm going to show you how cool this thing is, how well it works, and we're going to have some fun with the little LC Racing 14th scale truggy. All right guys, we're back in the garage, packing everything away. The new layout has been super fun, and that new LC Racing truggy is a blast to drive. It's honestly super quick looking back and comparing it to some of the 10 scale truggies, the short course trucks, etc. That thing is super quick and nimble to get around the track as well. But probably what I'm most excited about is this little guy, the Lap Monitor Personal Transponder system. This thing's unique in that the transponder and the system itself have to communicate and see each other to where it clicks that loop and records your time, which is a little bit different than the MyLaps or the AMB system, where it's a timing loop that's dug into the ground and it pings as it goes across. So it does have its limitations in that aspect, but for the price, you really can't go wrong. One of those AMB or the MyLap systems is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. They don't even have their price listed on their website. This thing comes from the UK. It's under 100 euros, which works out to about $110 US. And that's including one transponder. Additional transponders are about 30 bucks a piece. And like I said, this thing comes from the UK. So if you're thinking about ordering this and wanting additional transponders, it's good to do it in one order to cover that shipping expense. So these things are super cool. I'm super excited about this product in particular moving forward, because we can see the difference in times, consistency, test some tires and see how fast one tire is versus another, so on and so forth. So this will give us some really cool possibilities. And I think this is a great tool whether you have a backyard track of your own or if you're a racer wanting to get faster and more consistent. This thing can give you some real world feedback immediately, and it even calls out your time so you can hear it on the fly just like that and make you a faster driver because of that. So super cool. But for now, I'm going to say goodnight. Put all the toys to bed, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.